A very important album in the landscape of modern music just turned 10 years old, and that is Currents by Tame Impala. So I thought, what better time than now to go and take a look back at it? Plenty of young people now appreciate the classics and psychedelia, but there's not many modern artists that really come to mind for the Gen Z era of that music besides Tame Impala. And in fact, the effect Tame Impala and Currents specifically had upon younger people is likely a big part of why new generations still also appreciate those classics, and its influence on modern music can still be heard today. That said, this album would be fondly regarded with or without being highly influential, and that's due to having just a ton of personality as well as sounding simply fantastic. Kevin Parker is known to be perfectionistic almost to a fault, and no record shows that off more than Currents, where it sounds like every single second of the record was given so much thought. Saying the album is well produced would be a massive understatement. In fact, it's rare you hear so much depth and richness in sound from even some of the most legendary albums in history. That approach lends well to one of the most unique things this record achieves, and that's being seemingly able to simulate the trip that the psychedelic part of psychedelic music refers to. That can be seen well on the ambitious opener Let It Happen, using sections that drone and repeat, gradually building, and it works so well to immerse the listener. Due to its length and experimentation, this isn't one of the most accessible tracks on the album, but we see just as much creativity packed into a more radio-friendly package multiple times. There's of course the enormous hit single The Less I Know The Better, which is absolutely iconic from its opening seconds alone, and is catchy enough to make clear why it's a hit. But there's other cuts that are just as replayable and fun, such as the anthemic 'Cause I'm a Man, or a personal favorite, the meditative and smooth Yes I'm Changing. What's also great is that the deep cuts serve the album just as well as any of the more replayable and catchy stuff. As untraditional as the track is, Past Life might be my favorite on the album overall. This track uses sections of spoken narration and uses these big, shattering, atmospheric transitions to make the whole track such an experience. It also deeply sets in the themes of past regrets, navigating love and relationships, change, and growth as a person that the album manages to explore very well. Currents almost reads thematically like a coming-of-age type of narrative, and the relatability and range of emotions on display is probably a great part of why this album resonates so deeply. Back when I frequently did reaction videos, this was the only album I gave a perfect score to, and I was really curious if I'd stick with that and stand by it upon revisit, because I haven't really come back to this in a while. And yeah, I think I absolutely do. This album's a pretty undeniable 10 to me. But do you disagree? Do you agree? What are your thoughts on the album? Let me know in the comment section, and remember to like and follow for more music related content.